Hey Ross World, my money makes money. Excuse the scruffiness. Stop being so damn unproductive. Now, a lot of us has came from nothing. Not too many people in the world, let alone America, was born rich or with a silver or gold spoon in their mouth. So I grew up in Southeast DC, in the ghetto, in the slums, in poverty. My mother left me. She died when I was 12. I lived with my aunts and uncles for a while. We lived from nothing. We was on welfare, and that's not the life that I wanted. But ever since the age of 13, I had a damn job. Stop being unproductive. You guys are now in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, and then some of you who listen to this channel are in your 50s. And to this day, you are still unproductive because the presidents that you put things on, the president that you put particular things on is outrageous. It's truly outrageous. I had somebody that I work with to look at one of my videos. The video was 15 minutes. I can't recall what the topic was because I think now I have over 200 videos, but I'm off it. The point is 15 minutes, but they can sit down and be on Facebook for an hour. They can sit down and be on Instagram for an hour or TMZ looking at videos, reading all this crazy jargon, looking at memes of all sorts and all types of nature. But they couldn't take 15 minutes to get financial information that profits now and later. I don't understand it. Stop being so damn unproductive because unproductiveness shows and have no productivity. You have no productivity. You know why? Because you're simply unproductive. What is it getting to? I'm getting to the point where entertainment is now productive more than you taking care of yourself. This is what I'm talking about. You would rather watch your favorite TV show than come and get financial information that when that TV show is off air or they finish the season or they do the finale and it no longer exists, this financial information is still going to exist. It's still going to be relevant. It still will help you, but you don't have 15 minutes. You don't have 10 minutes. Because I noticed the trend of my, analysis through my app. Oh, when you make videos between 3 minutes and 10 minutes, I have more viewers. Some information, guys, takes 15 to 20 minutes sometimes, or for me to get my point across. This is my personality. Stop being so damn unproductive. This is for those who sit here and look at this channel and still trying to decide, should I, would I, could I, how can I invest, save, and budget? Now, a lot of videos you have to search all the way down, unfortunately, but I put them in my Ross Financial playlist, where you can go to one playlist and look at the history of all the videos I've done so you can be productive, so you can get the information. And in some of those videos, I say, hey, go look at this person, or I reference this information there because I don't want to be your sole voice for financial information. Even though I do my research extensively and I view all these different websites and I read particular things and I also look at other people's videos so I get the best possible information for you to make the best possible decisions, for you to make the best possible decision, because I don't want to lead anyone astray. I have tons of videos that I need to come out with, and a lot of you people out there are giving me great ideas. Thank you. Stop being unproductive. That means that if you are still teeter-tottering, are you still on a seesaw about what you should do regarding your finances, then turn your TV off. If you still undecided, scatterbrains of how you should save or invest or create the emergency fund or do your travel fund or your vacation fund, turn your damn Facebook off. Turn your damn Instagram off. I'm not saying not have the account. You have to put down that entertainment source, that cell phone, that TV, that video game, whatever it is for you. Put it down for 20 minutes. Put it down for 10 minutes. Look at the videos, get the information. Now, granted, somebody put out a great point, and I'm going to mention his name in another video I'm going to do that he gave me a great idea on, but he wanted me to start referencing the websites in my description. I will do that. That's a great idea. I'm up for criticism. I'm not perfect, but that's a great idea. Shout out goes to him in my next video whenever I produce the one he said. Stop being unproductive. Stop being unproductive. I just don't get it. You're sitting there, you're getting all the information, but you're not taking action. You're not taking action, but you want to turn up. Okay, you want to be lit. All these vernacular and seministic and analogies that people are using to basically saying, I'm grinding, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. No, you're not. Because I've been grinding my whole life. What you talking about? Excuse my language, because this is the thing. This is the thing. I've had a job, like I said, since 13, but I've been shoveling snow, raking leaves since I was young. Because you know why? I was poor and I had to do what I had to do to keep money in my pocket. When I wanted a bag of chips, when I wanted lemon heads, when I wanted baked beans, when I wanted those peanut chews, when I wanted a Chico stick, I had to go and do all those things in order for me to have money in my pocket. I've been grinding my whole life. Stop being unproductive, because if you came where I came from, it doesn't matter the area, it doesn't matter the state, it doesn't matter the country. If you started off poor and you're in a better position than you are now, why are you stop grinding? Why are you still unproductive? And what I mean is, you can be more productive than you ever were now that you have capital, you have revenue, you have a job, you have a source of income, but you're not willing to do the things to be productive. I'm pissed off, and I'm happy about, but I'm pissed off because I know, I feel it in my soul, I feel it in my bones that you guys are not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And granted, I'm not talking about everybody. This is for those, and this is going to touch you because you know it's you. Because you're sitting there on the couch. You're sitting there binging off TV all day. But I don't have the time to create my own budget. Even though I put out that budget video about the apps that you can use. No, you can't take a pen and pencil and write notes. Pause the video. You can't do these things. You know why? Because you are lazy. Stop being unproductive. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. See, this is the thing. Now, for guys, you can relate, and for girls, you can relate too. When a guy meets a new girl, the girl is like, oh, I'm different than any person you ever met. I'm different than anything you ever saw. And the same things for guys. A guy be like, yeah, you know, I'm different than all these dudes out here. I'm like this, I'm like that. I'm going to tell you this. I'm gonna step out on a limb here and say I'm different than anybody you ever heard talk about financial information in the manner, in the way that I talk about it. You know why? Because I'm a real dude, down to earth, with the information up here through training that's given to you straight and simple. Then sometimes I got to come in here and kick somebody's ass because you know why? I don't want nobody to fall. I don't want nobody to fail. And guess what? This has nothing to do with what race, creed, ethnic, religion. None of that matters to me. What matters to me is that we as a people, wherever you live, wherever you are listening, you can do better than what you're doing right now. Stop being unproductive. You're asking me what I'm doing. I'm penny pinching sometimes. Then I actually plan to splurge. That's what I do. That's what I do because you know why? For a quarter of my life, I was unproductive. Even though I had capital, even though I had a job, I was being unproductive. And you saying, what do you mean by being unproductive? I'm doing all the things you're asking. I'm actually outside of my comfort zone, Ross World. I'm doing everything. I'm going to tell you why. If you are outside of your comfort zone, kudos, because that's hard to get there. But for you guys who are operating inside of your own comfort zone, oh, I'm good right here. I'm doing everything I need to do. Push yourself. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? We're talking about push your savings, push your investment, decrease, minimize, zero out, niche your freaking debt. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. And what I mean is, if you can add an extra $100 to your car note, then do so. Get rid of that debt. Because we already talked about this. Debt is the killer of all your finances, all your financial growth. Get rid of debt. If you say, well, do the math, people. Do the math. Stop being unproductive. Do the math. If you say, if I add an extra $150 to my car note, my car be paid off at the end of this year. Then do that. Tweak your investment, tweak your saving, get rid of that debt. Because what is debt doing? What is debt doing? It is decreasing your purchasing power, your investment power, your savings power by interest, interest. You pay interest every month, and it's phenomenal. It's extravagant. It's crazy. It's outrageous. It's ridiculous the amount of interest that you pay, regardless of your car note. I'm at 3% with mine. It's still regardless. But guess what? Guess how much my car note is? I think my car note is, I want to say it's $600. I pay $800. I pay $200 extra at 3%. And some of you are thinking, what type of car he has with a car note that high at 3%? It must be a nice car. It is. But that's not the point. The point is this, people, is that you're being unproductive because you're giving your time to any and everything except yourself. You're doing all the things right. You're doing all the things right. Guess what you're doing? You're taking care of your kids if you have them. You're working out, getting in shape. You're even eating more healthier. But guess what? When you work out and you eat more healthier, guess what you need? You need money. You need money. And guess what you do to obtain more money? You have to be productive in the things that you're doing. Because when you start eating healthy, you start saying, well, I need to eat fresh foods. I need to eat fresh fruits and veggies. That costs more money because we know frozen and canned food is not expensive. But even if you went from canned to frozen, it's still more expensive. Stop being unproductive because you need the capital. You need the revenue. You need the dividends. You need the money. You need the skrilla. You need the moolah. You need the cash in order to do these things. Stop being unproductive. And this is a rant. Yes, this is a rant because I'm tired of you guys. And you're like, how does he know this? Because I know people. I know myself and I know people and I know you. When you come to this channel, you're not getting some person who's going to talk to you like we're all professionals and we're in a meeting. No, you come to this channel because I'm going to talk to you like you're my brother, you're my sister, I'm your uncle, I'm your nephew, but I'm telling you the real deal, down to earth, 100% fire flame, everything you want all in one, because I'm not going to hold back. I'm not going to hold back. I'm going to give it to you straight because some people need to be motivated. Some people need to be motivated to be dedicated in order to get this thing going. Stop being unproductive because you are. You go to all these other places to get these motivational speeches to fire you up. No, you need a kick in the ass. You need someone to tell you face to face that you are unproductive and it's your choice. You can make every excuse. You can make every reason, but you are unproductive because of you. Because of you. You know what? This is what you need to do. Take out a piece of paper. Write all your excuses down. Draw a line. Make another column and write down all the reasons. Because we know reasons are not necessarily excuses. Or are they? Because it's really up to you. If something is a reason, it could be an excuse to me. Then vice versa. Stop being unproductive. This is Ross world, where you are no longer unproductive. You are no longer using your situation to be unproductive. You are no longer blaming anyone in your life. You're not blaming your mother. You're not blaming your father. You're not blaming your kids. You're not blaming your teachers. You're not blaming your job. You're not blaming your boss. You're not blaming your race. You're not blaming the economy. You're not blaming anything because you have the means to be productive. So it's time to be fucking productive, Ross World. I'm out.